Welcome to the Wonder Garden channel. When caring for flowers, I'm sure all of us hope our orchids will always bloom beautifully, with even flowers that last a long time on the spike. To achieve such stunning blooms, the most important thing is proper care, keeping the plant healthy and well-nourished at all times. In today's video, I'll be sharing another simple organic fertilizer recipe to give you more options for your gardening collection. This formula is very easy to apply, safe, and ideal for helping orchids recover quickly and bloom again. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss any useful tips on caring for plants and orchids. And now, let's get started. As someone who regularly uses organic fertilizers, I always make use of expired or unused ingredients around the house to make plant fertilizer. It's both cost-effective and safe, and plants absorb it very well. Today, I'll be using a shriveled apple like this to make an organic fertilizer for plants. First, I will chop the entire apple into small pieces. Cutting it up helps the fermentation process happen faster and more evenly, while also allowing the nutrients in the apple to be released more effectively. Apples contain natural sugars, organic acids, potassium, and many trace nutrients. When properly fermented, these components help stimulate root growth, improve the microbial balance in the growing medium, make plants healthier with greener leaves, and support more effective flowering. I have created subtitles in multiple languages. Please select your preferred language. Comment below and let me know which country you are watching from. It's amazing that we can connect from all around the world. After chopping, I place all the apple pieces into a clean glass jar like this to prepare for the next fermentation step. Next, I add about 50 milliliters of beer. Beer contains natural yeast and B vitamins, which help stimulate the growth of beneficial microorganisms, support better nutrient absorption, and promote stronger roots and greener leaves more quickly. Finally, I add 500 milliliters of warm water. The warm water helps activate the yeast and speeds up the fermentation process, allowing it to proceed more steadily. Seal the lid tightly and begin the fermentation process. I will let it ferment for 3 days. After 3 days, when the liquid turns darker and has a mild sour smell, the fermentation is stable and the fermented apple fertilizer is ready to use. Today, I will use 100 milliliters of the fermented apple fertilizer liquid. If you want to learn the secret to caring for Phalaenopsis orchids, make sure to watch this video carefully until the end. Your orchids will become strong, grow new roots, and bloom vibrantly all year round. Then dilute it with 1 liter of clean water to ensure a mild concentration that is safe for the roots. And now, I will guide you through 3 ways to care for orchids using this fertilizer. Method 1. Wiping the orchid leaves. For the first method, I pour a portion of the fermented apple fertilizer solution into a small cup. Then, I use a cotton pad or a soft cloth to soak up the solution. Gently wipe all the orchid leaves, including both the upper and undersides. Wiping the leaves not only removes dust and impurities from the leaf surface, but also allows the plant to directly absorb beneficial micronutrients from the fermented apple, such as vitamins, organic acids, and natural minerals. These nutrients help the leaves become darker green and glossier, enhance photosynthesis, and stimulate the plant's metabolic processes. When the leaves are clean and healthy, orchids can absorb nutrients more effectively, roots develop more strongly, and this creates a solid foundation for even blooming, larger flowers, and longer-lasting blooms on the spike. I regularly apply this leaf wiping method to keep my orchids healthy and full of vitality. Method 2. Misting the orchids. For the second method, I pour the diluted fermented apple fertilizer solution into a spray bottle. Then spray the solution evenly over the entire orchid, including the leaves, stem, and the exposed roots on the surface of the growing medium. When spraying, you should adjust the nozzle to produce a very fine mist, so the solution coats evenly and does not form large droplets that could overly wet the leaves. This misting method helps orchids absorb nutrients more quickly through both the leaves and aerial roots. The nutrients from the fermented apple, combined with beneficial microorganisms, help stimulate root growth, boost the plant's resistance, and allow it to recover faster after a period of weakness. You should spray in the early morning or late afternoon, avoiding strong sunlight to achieve the best results. Regular misting will help keep orchids lush, healthy, and ready for vibrant blooming later on. Method 3. Pour the solution into a dedicated watering container. When you observe that the orchid roots turn silvery like this, it is a sign that the plant needs watering. I will use the diluted fermented apple fertilizer solution to water directly at the base of the plant. At this stage, watering with fertilizer helps the roots absorb water and nutrients most effectively. When watering, pour slowly and evenly around the base so the solution gradually soaks into the growing medium, allowing the entire root system to come into contact with the nutrients. Fermented apple organic fertilizer provides organic acids, vitamins, and beneficial microorganisms that help stimulate new root growth, strengthen the roots, and improve their attachment to the growing medium. After watering, you will see the orchid roots change from a silvery color to a fresh green, plump appearance. This is a sign that the plant has absorbed enough water and nutrients. Maintaining this watering method regularly will help orchids stay healthy, grow steadily, and build a strong foundation for even blooming larger flowers and longer-lasting blooms on the spike. After caring for the plant for about 20 minutes, if you notice that there is still a lot of water remaining on the leaves or in the leaf joints, use a soft cloth or clean cotton to gently absorb the excess water. Removing standing water helps keep the leaves dry and airy, reducing the risk of fungal diseases. In particular, water that sits in the leaf joints for too long is a common cause of crown and stem rot in orchids, something many growers often overlook. This is just a small step, but it helps keep your orchids healthier, safer, and more stable in the long term. Results. After consistently applying this fermented apple solution for a period of time, you will notice very clear changes in your orchids. The leaves become darker green, thicker, and glossier, with a clean and healthy surface. The root system develops well, with plump green root tips that firmly attach to the growing medium and absorb nutrients more effectively. Orchids that previously grew slowly begin to recover noticeably, becoming stronger day by day. Once the plant has enough strength, flower spikes emerge more vigorously, blooms open more evenly, colors appear brighter, and the flowers last longer on the spike. This is an important foundation for having healthy orchids with beautiful, long-lasting blooms over time. Caring for plants in a natural and safe way not only helps them grow sustainably, but also brings stable and vibrant flowering seasons year after year. What do you think about this method of caring for orchids with organic fertilizer? If you find the video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Wonder Garden channel to support me. Thank you for watching, and see you again in the next videos, sharing orchid and ornamental plant care tips.